This bouquet folds down for travel. So let me show you how we make this. So you just want to draw around your heart. This is going to be for the base. So I'm just going to cut this bit out. So basically we've got these two hearts cut out. One's for the frame for the top. So this will fit on the front of our frame, okay, like this. And what I thought was we could stick another piece of foam on the back just as wide. Glue this on. Then what you want to do is you want to take your other one just trim that off around the edge. To draw round the outside of my heart, I'm going to cut that out. The idea is to place this on here, and then the back will have the foam on it, okay, like that. So when you turn it over, we'll put a handle on the back here. I'm just going to glue this on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically line this up with the other piece that I've placed on there. So that's that half done. So that covers, it's a bit stuck to this, that covers that side. And then what you want to do is just, you won't have to do this if you've got a piece of card that's big enough, okay. I just like the colour of this and I didn't have a big piece, so okay, that's that. And then what we'll do is we'll turn that over. I'm going to cut around this heart so we've got the front and the back covered, okay. Okay, that's your base, like that. So I'm going to go away and put some double-sided on the back of this, okay, and on the back of my books as well. I have it there. Okay, yeah, that's worked. Okay, so then I'm going to put my other piece over the top like this. Okay, that works. So I'm going to trim the back of this off. Okay, so that's the back and that's the front, and this is how this is going to work. So we've got our lovely design. Okay, so these are the flowers that I'm going to put onto the front of the bouquet. What you want to do with this flower, let's just move this over a bit, is you want to shape your petals. So you just pinch those together to make that all shaped. You can have it flat if you want to. I've done these out of template, so I've just cut them from a template. So then I'm going to put some glue in the middle here, and I just think it might be easier to do that so I can tell where the centre is. And then just stick that on like that. Okay, and then take your other piece and I'm going to put some glue on here, and then basically just stick that in the centre there. And I'm going to do a few of those for the front of my bouquet. Okay, so next we're going to decorate the front of our bouquet, and I'm just going to stick all of these flowers on. Okay, Okay, for your handle you'll need a piece of card 27 centimetres by 10 centimetres, okay, and you want to score 1 centimetre, 3 centimetres, 10 centimetres, and then another 3 centimetres, okay. And then what you want to do is you want to fold your card inwards like this, okay, and then just glue it together here. So you might want to put a bit of double-sided tape on there or hot glue, whatever you like. So I'm going to go away and I think I might put some double-sided on that, okay. Okay, to decorate your handle you will need 2 strips 9 centimetres by 2 centimetres, so that can be paper or card, okay, and put some double-sided on the back so you can stick them down, or stick them on with glue, okay. And you need a square piece 9 by 9 centimetres, and I'm using paper but you can use what you like, okay. You want to glue that onto your handle like that. So you want to stick these on basically, so you're going to stick this one on. Okay, that's that. Okay, so I'm going to stick my handle right in the middle here so that I can put my hand in this way, okay. So I'm going to put some hot glue on here and stick this down, and I'm hoping this is the right order of doing this, so I'm going to stick that on there like that. Okay, so the back's all decorated, and as you can see that handle folds down, and it doesn't matter about the weight on this bouquet because you're putting your hand in and it's quite tight there, so that will hold up like that, okay. Okay, so you want to, now what you want to do is you want to make some of these up for underneath the to make your bouquet fold down, okay. And they're going to go underneath like this so that your bouquet will spring upwards and fold down, okay. So you've got a piece of card 8 by 6 centimetres, okay. You want to do 2 centimetres, 4 centimetres and 6 centimetres, okay. And I like to turn it over and do the other side, okay. And then just fold it into a concertina, okay. And you want to do, like I said, you want to do 4 of those, okay. So I'm going to just take these strips off, take this off the back here and just stick these on. So next what we want to do is we want to put our pieces underneath so that this folds down, okay. So that's going to go on there like that. So what you want to do, and I think the best thing way of doing this is to stick, I've marked them actually on the back here, is to stick your pieces on the back of your frame so you can't see the edge of them, okay. So this is how I'm going to do it. I've actually marked them back of my frame out with a wooden skewer, okay. Anything pointed you can use to indent your foam, and you want your pattern paper to be on the outside so you can see it, okay. So I'm going to stick these down where I want them. So the way I see this working, so we're going to stick this frame on top, and the way I see this working is just by holding these down and then just basically lining that up. It's the only way I can think of actually making this work. Fingers crossed that this works, okay. There we are. So that is your completed bouquet. Look at that. So this is your lovely bouquet, your lovely fold down wedding bouquet. And this is the back, okay. This is the front. You can see around the side how that looks. I'm really quite pleased with how this has worked out. I really am. And you put your hand in there like that, and that is how it will look, like this. So that's our completed product. There we are. How lovely is that? And you can fold that right down, and you can travel with that wherever you're going. So there we go. So you can just put that into your suitcase and just fold that right down there. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. So if you like what you saw, you can subscribe to this channel, you can press the like button below, or you can give me a little comment. Maybe you would decorate this in a different way, perhaps. Let me know what your plans would be with this design. Okay, all right then. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.